Okay, so here we are. To start off with, the first one is in the famous networking term. Give us your 30-second commercial.
Okay. My name's Mike Alpert, and I am a professional business coach. So what that means is I work with entrepreneurs and business executives to help them get from where they are today to where they want to be. You know how sometimes businesses get stuck and they can't break through to that next level? I help them get unstuck and get to where they want to be.
Perfect. Sounds great. Okay, 2009 has been a crazy year, so I'd like to know what changes you might have made in 2009 and what kind of your plans are for 2010.
So 2009 was a big year for me. I had spent 18 years in corporate America doing a variety of different kinds of roles, from technologist to business development professional and strategist, different things like that, and exited the corporate world and decided to go out on my own and set up my own business coaching practice. So it was a big year of going from being always insulated with the big corporate entity to being an entrepreneur. And so that's been a big change and a very exciting one. I think I'd always known that I'd wanted to do it, and I tried to do it within corporate structures sometimes, but I decided to break out and do it on my own and set up my own coaching practice, and no looking back now. It's been a great experience. So 2010 is a big year of doing this completely, and I went all in, and am committed to this. I know that I can make a huge difference in the business lives and business community here in Orange County, and I'm looking forward to doing that here in 2010.
So as I always say, it's like more millionaires are created in recessions than otherwise, so hopefully you're going to be one of them.
Absolutely.
The next question would be any tips or resources you might be able to share with people viewing this video?
Yeah, I think a key tip for people in terms of where you're trying to get to is, from a networking perspective, to think about who really is your key target, right? Whether you're in transition and looking for a job, or you have a business and you're trying to target specific kinds of customers, try to get as specific as you can about who those people are, and then do your research on who they are and find out where they live and find out a lot about them. You know, a really easy tool is within Google News to put in a company's name as a search, or the chief executive of those companies, and track kind of the comings and goings and what kinds of things they do both within the business and without the business, so that you can kind of get a feel for where the circles are that they play in. But I think the thing is to be really targeted and to be specific in what your request is, right? I mean, that's kind of the classic one, is you have to know what you're asking for. People can help you the best by you being very specific about what kind of help you're looking for. So I would say those are my two keys.
Perfect, thank you. One thing I always say when it comes to networking is if you're not memorable, people won't remember you, and that kind of takes the whole part of networking in the first place. So what's something memorable about yourself?
One thing that's memorable about me is I actually have 4 boys, young boys, and they're spaced out accordingly so that I've had one child in preschool for 9 consecutive years. So that has a whole bunch of things that come along with it, but that's definitely a memorable thing. I can't say that there's anybody else at that school that could say that.
Definitely keeps you busy.
Keeps you busy, yeah. It gives me gray hair.
Yeah. I think one of the big topics of 2009 and definitely 2010 is personal branding. So have you defined your brand, and if yes, what is your brand?
Yeah, my personal brand, bottom line, from a coaching experience, is all about results. That my brand in delivery is that I'm going to help you identify the key needles in your business and help you move them to the place where you want to be. So it's all about results and achieving excellence in how I deliver that to you and how I help you get to where you want to go.
Perfect. One of the questions that a lot of people forget to kind of ask is, how can you help me? And of course it shouldn't be the first question, but somewhere in the conversation there should be that part in there. So how might other people be able to help you?
Other people can help me by introductions, specifically to business owners here in the Orange County community that really want to get to a different place. They're unhappy with where they are, or have a big vision and not necessarily sure how to get to where they want to go. So introductions is a great way to help me. Another way to help me is to simply go to my website. It's www.mikealpert.com. There's a blog on there. There's links to my LinkedIn profile and my Twitter feed and all those kinds of things, and just join in the conversation. Consume the information that I have out there and refer it to your friends.
Excellent. As we kind of all know that social media is going to be the buzzword of 2009, it's probably not going to be any different in 2010. So I would like to ask what kind of media tools, social media tools you take advantage of, and also most importantly, I know you mentioned your website, but are there any other ways, the best way to connect with you, via Twitter, email, whatever the the options are.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a great way to connect with me is via email. But my website just went up this month, so that's big for 2010. That'll be a great way to connect with me. And obviously I'm just getting my Twitter ramped up. Part of my plan for 2010 is actually going to be doing some video series on specific different business topics and stuff. So look for that on the website, and I'll be setting up my own channel on YouTube as well. And so that'll be a great way for you to connect with me. And you can follow me on Twitter. It's BizCoachMike on Twitter, and that's a great way to connect with me.
Perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the success for your new website.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.